Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Becoming Redacted with your one and only Lean Aurélie. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? I hope you had a wonderful week. I hope that this week brought you clarity. I hope that this week you did something for yourself. This week that you dedicated some time to pour into yourself, to pour into your craft. As I'm saying this, I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, I don't understand. I genuinely don't know how this happened, but I'm currently in North Adams. This is my first time out here in the deepest corner of Massachusetts. Actually, I've been around Western Mass because my little sisters went/go to school out here. I think their school is maybe 45 minutes to an hour from where I am, but I've never been to North Adams specifically. I always heard that it's kind of like a world of its own. It's like this corner of Massachusetts where it's just a thriving community, city, town, place, and I'm just so grateful that I get to be here, that I get to experience it. I didn't come here on my own. I am here with Assets for artists. I think I mentioned it in the last episode. Well, it hasn't premiered yet, but there is an episode where I fully talk about getting into the program. So this will align as, another episode in the lineup where I'm actually part of the second part of this program where I'm showing up in person. So we have an in-person intensive this weekend, and that's why I'm out here. They put us up in a beautiful place to stay, and I'm chilling. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm chilling. I I need to take like multiple deep breaths because I had such a long week. I had such a long and arduous week. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I appreciate it. This is not me complaining at all, but it feels like my life has shifted so much in the past while, and I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the flow. I can't complain. I'm not trying to complain. I my seasons are so dramatic. That's the point. Like, my seasons that I'm constantly navigating are so dramatic, and I'm praying to God for stability. I'm praying to God for consistency. I'm praying to God for ease and like a consistent, easy, stable flow. But I live a very interestingly, chaotically life that I'm appreciative of. And there's always a story, right? There's always a story. There's always a testimony. There's always something that God has done to blow my mind. So I can't complain. I cannot complain. This is not me complaining, but yeah, I was in a season of stillness for a very long time. A very long time. It's so crazy. When you see somebody experiencing wins, when you see somebody accepting awards, accepting grants, accepting this, accepting that, entering a new season, or even an artist in the public eye, like gaining the recognition they deserve of their work, a creator on social media blowing up, someone who used to do something, somebody that you've never heard of, and all of a sudden they're on TV, or they're in a magazine cover, or they get a book deal. And a lot of times people are like, where did this person emerge from? From whence did this person emerge? But you don't know how many hours, how many days, how many months, how many years they spent pouring their hearts out into their craft. And then it's just, the rest is, for me, in my life, I don't know about nobody else, right? I can't speak for anybody else, but in my life, it's usually God, and then God takes me to just ending up in the right place at the right time. I think that's the part of the artist journey that I appreciate, that I have obviously a look into, which is why I can empathize with certain artists, because it's nobody. Okay, it's not like nobody's special. Everybody's special, but it's literally that breakthrough is right place, right time, putting yourself out there, and then something just so happens to shake, and then boom, you're in a new season. So I can empathize towards that. But I have poured a lot into my journey. I'm not surprised when things start happening to me. I'm very grateful, and I know that I'm very deserving, but I work very hard. I work very, very, very hard. I push myself a little bit too far, okay? Okay? There's that part as well. Just a tiny bit too far, but I'm driven. I have a vision. I have a vision for my life. And I don't come from money. I don't come from resources. I don't have access to all of these things. So I got to make it shake. I got to make it work somehow. I got to find my way out. I have to dig myself out of this. I have to claw my way into the room. I have to get my baby toe in that room one way or another. And so I think that's what I am currently processing. And, you know, it's funny. Life is just so funny that way. So on social media, you don't see someone post anything for a time, and then all of a sudden it's like, so-and-so got a grant. By the way, there will be a grant announcement coming out soon. There will be a grant announcement because they announced me in the cohort, but they haven't done my individual posts. But you see Lynn got a grant, good for her. But you didn't see that I worked on the application for 20 hours. And I mean 20 hours. Even as I'm talking to you right now, I'm sitting on the bed and I'm looking across at the desk. I have 2 more applications for grants and for things that I want to apply for. I've been working on those applications for 2 weeks. I have a full-time job. I don't have time in the day to sit and fill out those applications. I don't remember the last time I touched my laptop, my personal laptop. That used to be my right arm. And now I literally don't have time to fill out these applications. So I printed them out, and then I'm like slowly filling them out on paper. I'm answering the questions on paper because they ask a million questions. Can you just give me the money so I can do the thing that I need to do? Like, here's the link to my website. You can see what I'm working on. Please and thank you. But I have those 2 applications. And so when you see the Instagram post, when you see the announcement, you're not thinking, Lynn must have filled out that application for 3 weeks. You're thinking, oh, cute, congrats. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't see the behind the scenes. And I don't know that you're supposed to. But I guess it's just like food for thought, right? The effort, the work that people put into things before it gets somewhere, before you get a breakthrough, before the right thing lands in the right hands, or what is it, on the right ears, or whatever the thing is. And so, yeah, I guess I'm saying that I'm going to go back to my earlier point, but just that I'm navigating this season right now where things are going great. I don't know why I couldn't say great. Is that how I just fought that? I'm fighting for my life. Things are looking great right now, but I went through it for a very long time. So it looks like, oh, Lynn has a museum job. Good for her. I've been trying to break through to these people for 4 years. I loved working in marketing, but I always knew I wanted to be in the space. Ever since I did that internship, I was like, I want to be in this space. And that internship was 7 years ago. I was like, I want to be here. I have a Google Drive folder of 1 million applications to just about every museum in Massachusetts and in New York, including the museum where I'm working right now. I've applied to internships there. I applied to a job last year, which is so funny because I'm on the team with her, the person who ended up getting the job. She's amazing at her job. I love what she gets to do. But also, my role is perfect for me. You see what I did there? You see what God did there? That wasn't me, actually. Let me not come and take credit for it. That was God. I'm a really good marketer, but also community is embedded in me. I would do an amazing job at running their socials. That's what I've always done. But also, community comes naturally to me. Showing up in community, serving other people comes naturally to me. And so, it's a no-brainer. You get it? You see it? You see the vision? And so, I think I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for receiving the sweetness that I was promised, and for my efforts being rewarded, and to know that, like, I don't do things in vain. I think I can't speak for others, but I feel like a lot of us we're looking for that affirmation. I know a lot of people are like, I'm not looking for validation in my work. I'm not looking for people to validate me. I validate myself. But you don't need external validation, but you need some form of external affirmation. Right? There's a huge difference. I don't need other people to validate the things that I do. I move in silence. Nobody understands how I work. Nobody understands the work that I do. So I would be wasting my breath to try to, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm surrounding myself in community with people who are also doing exactly what I do. But the external affirmation that you're onto something, that what you're doing is necessary, what you're doing is needed, what you're doing, there's an audience for it. You need that. Let's look up affirmation versus validation, because I just want to make sure that I'm correct with that. Okay, so I'm Googling. Validation. Validation is a process that can refer to confirming something is true or to accepting someone's emotions. So, recognizing and accepting someone's emotion and acknowledging this with them. Fitting in with the majority. Validation. It's not really giving. Checking or proving the validity or accuracy of something. The act of making or declaring something legal or officially acceptable, socially acceptable, fitting with the majority. Do you see? And so I could easily, but is there a difference though? There is a difference. The action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. A formal declaration by someone who declines. That's the law definition of affirmation. Wait. Simple meaning of affirmation is a statement of proposition that is declared to be true. Positive thinking, empowerment. I'm seeing yeah, okay. So for me, the way that it looks for me, I affirm myself, right? And I don't even know how to say this. Like, I believe in myself so bad. I believe in myself so bad. And there's nothing I don't believe that I can't do. Granted, right? I'm doing a lot of crazy things with no resources, right? I've poured into my craft, but at some point it's like you can't just always give of yourself. You kind of have, the thing needs to be sustainable. It needs to be sustainable. And also, I want to build things where I don't have to be at the center of them all the time. Like, I can leave it and pass it on to someone else. I know I'm doing like big girl talking, but Listen, baby, I could talk about this all day, you know? Like I want to have something that is there that doesn't start and end with me. And so I validate my own dreams. I affirm my own dreams. I don't know that they're interchangeable, but I'm gonna need to sit with that for a second. But I really do. I affirm myself. I used to be, and a lot of things come from experience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you used to be a certain way, you share something with somebody, they said something that didn't sit right with your spirit, and now you don't open up to nobody no more. It's not your fault. You tried to let people in, and people don't be understanding. And it's the truth, because we have to be mindful of who we share our dreams with. We have to be mindful of who we share our plans with, who we share our big, big, big ideas with. I used to be the person who's like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna tell everybody what I'm doing. Girl, now I move in silence. Cause that sounds crazy. And that's okay. That's okay. I sound crazy until something starts landing. And I'm fine with that. So I don't know. Oh gosh. Like, I'm not trying to come off as a show off or like somebody who is too sure of themselves, but in a society where the world is trying to tell you who you are, the world is trying to tell you what you should do, where you should go, how you should speak, I consider myself a rebel. I want to do the things that I want to do. Okay? I want to live the life that I want to live. I want to affirm myself. I want to be sure of, what do I actually really want before I am quick to accept whatever somebody tells me that I'm supposed to want or I'm supposed to do. I'm like, wait, let's pause. What do I want? What do I want to do? How do I want to feel? How do I want to live? And that's the type of life that feels fulfilling to me. So I'm constantly checking in with myself. Oh, are you still connected to that? Is that still serving you? Is that still feeding that part of you? The application that you're filling out, do you still want to do that thing? And so that's what it's been like for me, navigating the wilderness and figuring out, okay, I'm in a season where, because I want to go back to the point of me saying that I'm navigating a whole new season, right? I'm in a season where I don't know, like, I feel like my time is over at my job. I want to move on to something else. I want to actually pivot my entire life. I want to 360 and commit to something else. I want to change my career. I want to change my path. I want to do something new and fresh. So I had to check in with myself and be like, do I still feel connected to this work that I'm doing? Do I feel like I'm actually fulfilling like, is this like really like, oh, what's the word? It's like, am I really like making the best use of my potential in this situation, right? Marketing comes easy to me. I can do this all day, but what is something that would challenge me? What is something that would really push me and stretch me, but be so connected to my purpose and to what God has called me to, and like serve me even greater than the work that I'm doing? And so I was like, community work. And so ever since I figured it out, I've been applying for jobs to do community work within the arts for 4 years. And then I got that job. And with getting grants, I finally, the thing that was in my head, right? Because I have ideas. I have crazy ideas. I was like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I get a no. I apply for this thing and I get a no. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to somebody else and apply. Get a no. Okay. I refine the idea, bring it to somebody else. Refine the concept, bring it to somebody else. And then somebody said yes. And all you need is one yes in this life. I keep saying this. All you need is your baby toe in that dough, okay? Because after someone said yes, somebody else said yes now. And so I can continue to pitch this thing across and keep looking out for opportunities, because the more yeses I get, the more I get to pour into this, the more I get to show like, hey, I'm onto something and I'm building it. I hope the words that I'm saying are making sense. It's currently 7:30 a.m. But I woke up with this heavy word in my heart, just like a moment of gratitude and a moment to just recognize myself and recognize my efforts. I started this episode saying that, like, I work really hard, I work really long days, and I'm feeling good, I'm feeling grateful. I'm in this new place literally because of 20 hours of filling out an application. And now I'm across the state. I'm about to spend my day in a museum learning from artists, learning from other creatives, pouring into my craft, which I don't get to do much of these days. And I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted at all. Also, I deserve this. I deserve this. Because I worked really hard for this. Because I really poured into this. And I'm here. I'm doing something, y'all. I'm doing something. So, child, that's what's on my mind. That's what's on my spirit this morning. I want to rest this weekend. It's been a long week. This weekend is about me. This weekend is about just restoring myself. I keep saying that I want to sleep in because I don't sleep. I don't sleep. I've been up since 5 because it's just like my routine to wake up at 5 o'clock. So I'm like, I'm going to sleep in and da-da-da. But I'm just like, I'm a busybody. So anyways, I'm just doing things my way this weekend. I'm going to rest. I'm going to take it easy. And you know what I mean? The work continues. Like I said, I have those applications that are staring me down. They're due today's Saturday. They're due on Tuesday. So I don't know. My this weekend of ease that I'm experiencing, I don't know that. I don't even have time to fill out these applications, but I will try my best. How about that? I will try my best to get these applications done today/tomorrow, Monday night latest. I'm not gonna push myself. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Okay? Sure. Anyways, that's the word that's on my heart this morning. I hope you got something from it. Yeah. And if you're navigating a season where you don't understand, you just don't understand. The season is giving ashy. It's giving God what's going on. I feel you. I hear you. I see you. You're still onto something. You're still on the right path. Continue to connect with yourself from time to time. Like, do I actually still want this? And don't give up. Like, you will be surprised. You'll be surprised. Either you're navigating a season where you just don't. No, wait. 1 second, you're like, what is this? The next second, it's like win after win and open door after open door. So I wish that for you. I pray that for you. And we'd love to hear from y'all. What is this season giving? Is it giving Jesus when? Or is it giving, okay, the doors are opening and you're feeling a sense of motion, like something is happening, something is shifting, something is changing. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's check in again next week. Okay, take care.